Well, hello, everyone. Again, this is Dare to Speak. I wanted to do a topic on the whole idea, the whole idea of prayer. Um, Back during the time when I used to believe in God. From the time I was about, I would say, 18, 19, 20 years old, around there. So this is during because I was 17 years old in 1989. So I would say like in the late year of 1990, right before uh, school was about to finish, around there. And then I used to go a lot to the library. There's one huge central library in the downtown area. When I was trying to look for answers for everything, like for the occult, because I was really into it back then. I mean, you name it. I mean, sorcery, magic, anything on angels, the study of angels and the study of demons, the Goetia, Aleister Crowley, um, all these type of people, John Dee and Edward Kelly, all these, and Cornelius Agrippa and so on, all this kind of stuff like that. I was really into it. But then, and then I was trying to. Then after a while, when I was actually wondering more about the whole why evil was still so powerful. Why didn't God do something, and why it was Satan or whatever had the upper hand, or seemed to be at the upper hand. Why would God let him? You know, and this is when I used to believe in God. I would always question things. That's the thing, and it's a good thing that I did question things. I wasn't like one of those fucking drones. They just like say don't question, just be respectful of God's word and this and that, and just respect his wishes or some stupid bullshit like that. And I'm like, fuck you, with that kind of crap. And that was my attitude back then, and so I still tried to try to find as much answers as I could. And then I was also very kind of like questioning the power of prayer. Why does it work sometimes with some people, and how come it doesn't work for most people most of the time? When it comes to life-threatening situations or very dire things, and I was wondering, I wonder if it's because of it can't be they don't have enough faith in God, or they're not close enough to God, or they don't accept Jesus or any of that stupid crap that they tried to feed me back then. I was always questioning things. I was just wondering. I was like, I had this intuition, this nagging intuition that said it has to do with something else. And I came down to the conclusion, suspicion wise, that prayer is ineffective if you don't activate your psychic mind. So that's why I really got into people that studied angels and demons, and why they meditate, and why they fast, because they're supposed to cleanse the body and raise the vibration of energy. As you raise the vibration, you're going to be more in tune to the fourth dimension, and I guess your psychic energy gets boosted up or whatever. That's what I suspected back then, and there was some truth to that. There's actually some truth. I mean, and I said, okay, so they need to meditate because a lot of these people did that. There was a book called The Magus by Francis Barrett. I got into that, and he was also pushing for the idea of the whole psychic mind and things with the use of metal, copper, because it neutralizes negative energy, and how to protect yourself from it, and things about silver and all this kind of stuff like that. How to make the magic wand. And then I was getting so much into that. And then I started to question prayer, Christian prayers, and this and that for the reason that I suspected. And I said to myself, well, you don't believe enough in yourself. To believe in God is one thing, but to believe in yourself, to control your fear, and then do whatever techniques you have to do to raise the vibration energy to activate your psychic mind, and then prayer will be effective. And my suspicion came true. And of course, there's more to it than that, as well. So, in my honest opinion, when people pray, especially when Christian people, when they pray to God, and according to them, uh, the power of prayer is effective. It does work. It doesn't work. If it does work, because I think a lot of the times it really doesn't, for the reasons that I just said, and of course for the reasons that there is no God and Satan. This is the reason why I became an agnostic. With some aspects of atheism, when it does become effective for them, it's not because God answered their prayers and they actually helped them, or they actually became humble towards Him or whatever. It's not because of that. It's because Christians are not going to admit to this. They're not going to admit to this at all. No fucking way they're going to admit to this. Especially Christian fundamentalists. When they really like kneel down, or they hold hands with fellow Christians in a circle or whatever, and they really just close their eyes and they concentrate and they pray to God, Lord, please help heal the world, please this and do that, and whatever they're praying for, and they're closing their eyes and getting deep into it. What they're doing, believe it or not, is like a form of meditation, which is a form of something. So what they're doing is activating their psychic energy, raising their vibration through the power of their mind. And they think it's because of God. And it has nothing to do with God. And so they're getting into a deep whatever. So whenever I suspiciously mentioned that once, of course, what this one person said, that's a bunch of crap. It's not true. And I says, well, it's not as simple. Prayer, the power of prayer, if it's effective, if it does work for Christians, it's not because of God. It's because of the fact, I suspect it's because you're activating your psychic energy. So it's really no different than a person who meditates, or raising their vibration of energy, activating their psychic power or whatever, doing whatever techniques you have to do. It's pretty much like a stylized ritual, but they don't see it that way, and they'll argue with you, pretty much. And they'll basically deny it. But what is so fucking stupid with them is just that it is a form of meditation in a ceremonial type of way, and kind of like a almost ritual type of way. And it's, to me, I think that's the case. So if anybody has anything to add to it, anything that I haven't mentioned, because I just hate it when Christians believe that prayer will always work. You know, for whatever reason, when in most cases it really doesn't. And when it doesn't work, they say it's because it's God's will, or He just didn't want to, or whatever, or any number of reasons. So there's a list of reasons, but they're all dumb. And that's when I slowly started to become more and more liberal towards it, and I started to embrace the occult, which I'm glad I did. So again, yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And any questions, comments, you know what to do. And again, to all of you, take care.